It's been a while, right, Murtaza?
Yes, yeah.
Like last time that we did a live stream, it was like last year.
Yep, and it's a good one that we're doing now too. So it's something a
Yeah,
little bit more fun and exciting, not just,
yeah,
we're giving
yeah,
away an iPhone. So that's
for
exciting.
sure. Hi guys, whoever is watching, I'm really excited. So today we're gonna be playing your games, and I just want to say that I'm like really. I know that like I like I'm not like super crazy in this, but I've been really impressed with all your games, and it was really fun to play, and I'm really proud of everyone that made those games. So
Yeah, I mean, seeing some of the stuff that was made is it was nice because at first I was a little bit worried because we only had like one or two submissions,
yeah.
and then which were great. But
Hmm.
then as they started rolling out, it's like okay, it's I was able to take a little breath and be like, okay, good. There's people actually making games, and they're great, and they're
Yeah.
really good games. So I was really happy
Yeah.
with the results this time.
For sure. It took a while for us to finally do this, but we're here, and we after carefully reviewing your games today, we're gonna be playing your games and giving some feedbacks, and also hopefully this motivates you, and it doesn't like it doesn't it's all about constructive feedback, and we're all learning, and I'm like I said, like I'm really proud of you guys. So let's play your games. All right. I know it's not Halloween anymore, but still like we can still be on the spirit. There's another holiday coming up, so okay, this one is Halloween Survival. Let's play this game. I played before and I'm not very good at it, but and then while I play, maybe like we can give each other some comment about this game. Like I really like the background of this game. It's very like Halloweeny.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think it
Yeah,
fits the theme of the Halloween sort of spirit and everything.
yeah.
Pull up my notes here. Really, what I said.
Uh-huh.
I like the music, the graphics. Those were nice. I didn't like that the input was just joystick controlled. And I think that was
Yeah.
Hammy input feedback as well, where it'd be much better if it was like a tap and point or tap to object type
Yeah.
input. So I feel like just in general, the joystick control doesn't really push the limits of
Mhm.
um, the whole concept of one button. Our sort of goal was for you guys to be inspired to
Mhm.
think outside the box, like what one button actually means. And joystick controlled behavior is sort of just taking the easy way out. That's the way I feel. But
Yeah.
there was some nice like logic and stuff with the auto aiming stuff in this game. So it was a good game. It's
Yeah.
just I couldn't get over the input method.
Yeah. For me, when I first played this game, I couldn't stop like smiling, like because it's really fun. I really like it, and then I just think it's like even though we've seen games like this, to me, like I thought was like innovative and it's easy enough. Like when I play video games, I like to play video games that are fairly easier, like so I don't like feel like I suck. But I think this is like a really good game. What was the grade that we gave for this game, like Murtaza?
The total grade, I don't know. Where is it? 86 in total.
Yeah, so it's really good game. So good job. Wait, who did this game was Stanica. So Stanica, good job on this game. I really like it. I thought it was really innovative, and I thought it was really creative in terms of the graphics. I really like the characters. I love the color. It's very Halloweeny, like orange and purple. Purple is like my favorite color. So I really like it too. I would just like to see a little bit more story behind it. I love when you guys create a project and then you write a story behind the project. But yeah, other than that, like really good.
I should also mention that the 86 is out of 120. So what we did was we ranked in different categories out of 10, and then we just added them all up, and yeah, so it's 86 out of 120.
Yeah. So hi guys, welcome whoever's watching. All right. So the next game is from Danger Bites, and Danger Bites, happy birthday! Woo-hoo.
I think you skipped one game. I think you skipped the first one, which was the
Oh,
tap
did
tap.
I?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So there's a tap tap ghost here. It's from this user called Split Mind Gaming. So, and I just want to start like I just really like the graphics of this game, and I like let's play. Let's go for it.
yeah. I'll give my feedback while the game is playing. So
Yeah. So I really like that. There's also like a description, like when you guys submit a project. I like to see the description. I still think that would be nice to see more like
Yeah,
story
I
behind
mean,
it.
I sometimes see some hub projects which don't take the time putting a description or anything like that, or even good screenshots. Like if you look at this one, the description's really appealing. The screenshots are really nice. The icon is good. This is all sort of stuff that um, grabs attention and gets you more plays. So people actually play the games and they'll be more popular in the community, get more visibility and so on. And it catches our eye as well. So like right away, we see a certain level of polish with this game, which sets our
Yeah.
expectations. So we're
Yeah.
already pumped to play this game.
Yeah, it's really cool. I love it. So let's play Tap Tap Ghost. Loading project. And yeah, like Split Mind Games, he already posted like on his Instagram before, and just to see the preview and playing his game and seeing like when I first open and I see this amazing
Yeah,
graphic.
he has like this amazing little animation of his little company thing and his account. It's really good.
I
Yeah,
wish you
so
guys could hear the audio, but
so this game just overall has like really good level of polish. Like the music is great, the graphics are great, the effects are great, the menus, everything is really well thought out.
mm-hmm.
Um, but my only feedback is it's kind of boring. Like it doesn't really bring anything new to to this type of game. So like you've seen these type of games before. You've seen like Flappy Birds and back in the old days, like the helicopter games and those kind of stuff where you
Mm-hmm.
just jump around to avoid obstacles.
Yeah.
It doesn't really bring anything exciting or new. The polish is there, but the gameplay is just kind of uh,
Yeah.
repetitive. Like after like the first couple of plays, it's like okay, I've had enough.
It really reminds me of my childhood. Like I grew up playing this kind of games, and I love it. Like it's repetitive, but I like that when the game finishes, a game over and a button to play a game. So it is a super addicting game, and it is simple. Like Murtaza said, I don't think it's like super innovative, but in terms of the graphic, we did give like a 10 out of 10. So
Yeah,
what
and
was the
what I also really like is he has like if you see on the screen now he has a share button, so you can actually share your high score with your friends. So when you press that, it'll send like a text message or email or however you decide. It'll snap a screenshot of your score and tell your friends, which
yeah.
is a great way to get to grow your fan base. So if you're ever making a game for the App Store, this is a great way for you to get more friends to play.
Yeah. All right.
Or sorry, get your users to invite their friends, which grow your sales and downloads.
Yeah. Honestly, like I really really enjoy. I think that this was a really well done game, and like for like this short period of time, you guys only had 1 month to do it. Like you did really good. Like what was the score for this one? It was a
Um, it was 100, so 100 out of 120.
so for so yeah, so in terms of graphics, we did give you like 10 out of 10, and we're just the innovation part was what was missing. But again, you only had 1 month to make this super amazing game, so
Right.
I'm really impressed. All right.
Yeah, the level of polish for this game was through the roof. It was, in my opinion, like as far as um, appearances go, it's ready for the App Store, ready for that sort of aspect. It's just needs to tighten up the gameplay a little bit, make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more addictive.
All right. So the next one is Flinch Pumpkin, right? It's from
Um,
yeah, from
yes,
Danger.
we did Halloween survivors. Yeah, so it's so flinged.
Yeah.
Is it flinged? I think it's flinged.
Yeah.
Fling
Oh,
pump.
Flinch
Yeah, flinged.
Pump,
Because
Fling.
you're flinging the pumpkin around.
I love that. When I first played this game, like I would tell you, I was a little bit confused because the main character is like a bird, but I thought it was really creative. Like
Mhm.
for in
Yeah,
terms of creativity, this game is very creative.
and this
So
is another good example of the hub page, them taking the time and the effort to actually make it nice. So right away, you get nice screenshots, you get the banner, you get a description. Everything is really nice, well thought out, and sets the expectations really high.
for sure, and I like that you took your time to make a decent this project description here too,
Right.
and then you even yeah you were even engaging with other users as well. So I really like the whole like screenshot of this with your game with the pictures and like this little pumpkin here. It's great. So let's play your game and see how it goes. So I love that it's like you click and then there's also while it's loading, you see some art to it.
One thing that I also really like, I played this originally on my iPhone, and
Uh-huh.
what it does originally is asks you to change your aspect ratio. So right away, he sets it up so he forces the game to be played on the correct screen size, so you
Mm-hmm.
don't get this weird experience, which
Yeah, yeah.
is really well done. I mean, if
Hmm.
one thing he could have done is automatically move things around, but with a
Yeah.
1 month time frame, that's just too much to ask.
Yeah. It took me a while to understand how this works, but I really like it. I thought it was a really cute game. I like the colors, like the purple is very Halloweeny. So with the
Yeah,
theme for me it was like 10 out of 10 and
I like the graphics. I think the graphic style is great. The music was nice. Sound effects, all that stuff was good. Um, I didn't really get a Halloween feel too much out of it because
yeah.
it doesn't seem that sort of spooky or anything like that.
Yeah.
But but the gameplay is great. I love these kind of games where you try to time things correctly and the pressing and holding so the power meter goes up and shoot it
Yeah.
far. I love that aspect of it. One thing I didn't like though is I was sort of confused on what the overall goal was. So I didn't
Yeah.
know if you're supposed to hit the ghosts, avoid the ghosts, or
Yeah.
where the finish line was, or anything like that. So those kind of things
Yeah.
were a little bit confusing,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
everything else was amazing, and I love the creativity with the input method. So it wasn't your standard
Yeah.
joystick control. It wasn't your standard just tap tap tap. It was something unique and different.
Yeah, I thought it was really creative game. What was missing is just like an explanation because it took me like playing a few times to understand the game. But other than that, like I really enjoyed this game. This was like a super cool game. Good
Yeah.
job, Danger Bites.
Danger Bites right now is in the chat saying you're supposed to
So
go to the right. Yeah, we figured out you're supposed to go to the right. It's just right now what Clarissa is just playing, just tapping around just to show all
yeah.
aspects of it. So it's not.
Oop.
Um, but
I'm as you can see, I'm really bad at this game, but it's really really fun. Like, but the pumpkin itself to me shows Halloween. It's just this bird is very random to me, but it's still pretty kind of like spooky bird. So I still see the Halloween theme to it. So good
yeah,
job.
I
I
think what I
thought
would like to see, like if he wanted to continue this game, is do like a little intro of like how to play the game. And it doesn't need to be really in your face like a tutorial, like tap here, do this, do that. I think it could be like a sort of guided, sort of like hints almost, where it's like somehow guide the user to like shoot the
yeah
little bird that direction or something.
yeah. So in terms of innovation for me, it's like a 9.5 out of 10. And like the theme was on point to me, the graphics was on point. It is a one button game. So far, all the games that we play have been a one button game. I forgot to clarify that, which is like one of the requirements. So this is like excellent game. So good job, Danger Bites, and happy birthday too. Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday as well.
And did Hamid said anything, any feedback about this game? Like,
His feedback was really similar to mine. He liked that uh, the supported aspect ratio stuff. He liked the gameplay. He likes the all that sort of stuff. He just wasn't very clear on
mm-hmm,
the goal, and he also felt it wasn't very Halloween uh,
mm-hmm.
specific.
Okay. So next game is Pancakes from Hasty. This one was the only multiplayer game that we had, and I also like looking at the game here. I think it's really cool like that you also implemented a description of the job of the game, and it has been it's nice. Like I told you, this is something that I like when I see a game. Like I want to see the story plot, and for me, it's very creative. So let's play. I wish you guys could hear the music because it's really good. So you put your name here, and then that's what makes it a multiplayer too. So
Yeah,
play
so it has a whole high score system. Not really multiplayer, I wouldn't say, but more so community based, where
menu based.
um, all because it's not live, but you have a score. I like that aspect of it, but I think it could have been a little bit more cleaner in the sense like the first thing you see is it asks you to enter your name, which is kind of
Mhm.
not that nice.
It's nice.
Another
Excellent.
feedback for me is like again, it's a joystick control. I'm just not a big fan of that input method, especially for this challenge. I
Mm-hmm.
wish there was more creativity or in that aspect of it. I like the graphics. The graphic style is really nice.
Very
Um,
Halloweeny.
yeah, I mean it has a nice like Halloween theme to it. The graphics are nice. I didn't find it the most fun.
Yeah.
I just didn't really enjoy playing this game too much.
I would say
I
that the
liked
name
looking at it, but I just didn't like playing it.
the name of the game is very creative. Pumpkey.
Yeah.
This is about finding a key, and then I thought it was really creative in that sense. So for me, in terms of creativity, it's really
Yeah.
good.
I
But
just didn't
the
get
only
what I was supposed to
like
do,
I
and I
like.
think that was having.
Oh, so yeah. So I
Yeah,
understand too.
that's
So
nice.
there's
Yeah,
a
I didn't even.
button here how to play. So that's what I like about
Yeah, so
this
that's.
because it
I
has
think that
explanation.
should have been. I think that should be one of the first screens because I didn't even see that. So that would have been
Oh
really
yeah,
helpful. Yeah.
definitely. It took me a while to find this, but one thing that I also thought was quite difficult on this game is to identify the joystick controller because when I first play, like I was just losing over and over again, and that was because I could I didn't know that the thing on the left was the joystick controller. That
Mhm.
it's not something that I can see very much. Like see like, and
Oh
then
yeah,
now
it's
I can see.
critical. Yeah.
It's not very clear to me, but other than that, like yeah, it was a good game. So what was the score for this game that we
This one was 70.
70? All right. So good job. Good job, Hayden. And I thought that it was nice that other people can play online too. So okay, so the next game is a game that I also personally like. It's Collect the Candy. I thought it was really cute. Like you see the graphics and it's very cute. And there's also a little bit of description here. Not too much story plot, but I like the pumpkin and the I think it's very Halloweeny and so and the music was also cute too.
Yeah. So my biggest feedback with this game was this screen right here. It's like a fake loading screen.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely unnecessary and just makes you wait around. And that's overall the entire feeling I had of this game. And Hamid as well. I'm reading his feedback now. It just feels like a lot of waiting around. So when you die, you gotta wait. When you um, start, you gotta wait. It's just a lot of waiting, and then just everything feels very slow and sluggish. It just makes it not fun. And
Uh-huh.
just a
It's
word of
it's
advice for people making games is
Mhm.
don't add unnecessary waiting. People don't
Mhm.
want to wait. You want to just jump in there and play right
Yeah.
away. So anything, you don't want to create any sort of barriers of entry. You just want to make it as seamless and quick as possible.
Mhm. I also thought that the part of getting the candy was a bit as well. So
Yeah.
and and then the distance between the pumpkin and the ghost is a little off, but I love the art. So if I would say this is like really cute in terms of the art. I just wish there was more interaction in terms of like other kind of characters and more challenges.
Hmm.
But it's really good Halloween concept game. Like reminds me of Pac-Man, like the Pac-Man style of game. So
Similar, yeah. And I
yeah,
like that sort of like corn maze and all that sort. So the theme is there. It's just
yeah,
it wasn't very fun.
yeah. All right. So what was the creativity innovation the grades that we got him?
Well, the total score was 74.
74. So for us, it was
Yeah.
74. But good job. I really liked the game. Really cute. When I first played, I couldn't stop smiling. So next game is called Zombie Z from Macintosh. And Zombie Z took his time to write a really nice story here. So I like that. That's really cute. And again, very visually appealing. I'll just say like on the background, maybe you can put like the picture of the game. But I think you guys really like this game. You,
Danger Bite said, I think we forgot
yeah,
to score. Let me pull that up really quick. Uh, Fling
you and I mean really like,
106.5.
yeah.
Okay.
So you can see that is in terms of the themes for me it's 10 out of 10 because it's like very
Yeah, you
Halloweeny.
got Halloween, you got the
Yeah.
zombies, you got all that sort of stuff. I like the graphic style. It's fun. It's like sort of hand
Yeah.
drawn and just,
Mhm.
the animations are cool. The punching and the death animation, all that sort of stuff is
Yeah.
fun.
Uh-huh.
It's just overall pretty repetitive. Um,
Yeah,
it gets boring quickly.
for sure. I mean, for 1 month to make this game, or maybe a couple weeks, I think you did really good. But you really missed that excitement component. Maybe you could have added like other features, right? But we really enjoyed playing your game. So, but it wasn't like the most creative in that sense, because just like yeah, punch, punch, punch.
I
Oh.
like the punch and I like the press and hold to
Hmm.
block. It's just after a few minutes, it's just like, okay, now what? It's just it
It's
didn't
a
get.
very catchy game, and very catchy game, and very funky too. Funky game.
Mhm.
All right, so the next one, it's from BD Studios, Perfect Pumpkins. And there is a project description, which is nice. I like that. Some
Mhm.
features, and it looks really good, like visually. When I look at this project, I think it looks really good, the graphics.
Mhm.
Okay, but this project to me, it took me a while to understand, even though there's like a how to play here
Yeah.
part. It's really nice that there's an explanation. When I played this game, it took me a while to get it. Maybe I'm just not the best.
Yeah, when I first played this game, I liked that first there were these little guidelines where like the where you're supposed to tap, there's little dashed lines, but then they disappear and you're sort of on your own just guessing.
Yeah.
And that's where I found it got too challenging too quickly. Um, so I think that was my biggest issue with it, and it just
Yeah.
became not fun anymore. So
Yeah.
I think the difficulty with this game or the challenge of creating it is finding that balance of where you hide those guidelines and where you sort of set the player free on their own. So
I
it's
have
a
like a
difficult
hard time
problem.
understanding. Yeah, when is great, like, maybe I
Yeah,
just
I
not
just
used.
felt by like when I was playing, I was just guessing, and it
Yeah,
didn't feel like I was ever getting good at it.
yeah. But it is a very catchy game, very simple. But again, you guys,
Yeah, no, I really like this type of game. I think the gameplay is great. I think as far as like the one button challenge goes, this hits the nail on the head. It's just you just
yeah,
really gotta. It's a difficult problem to solve, which is
yeah,
how do you um, guide the player? How do you sort of guide them in a way where
yeah,
to make them learn how to play the game without holding their hand and making it not fun? So you got to find that balance. So I think once he tweaks that, it'll just be a lot more fun and engaging.
yeah. I think it reminds me of Fruit Ninja kind of like style of
Yeah,
game.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think Hamid said the same thing as well.
yeah. All right. So the next game is from Droid, and is one of the users that you said that very
Yeah, it's
like
exciting to see
back.
Camdroid back. I mean, he
Yeah.
sort of disappeared for a while, and now he's back, and back to do a challenge, which is exciting.
Awesome.
And again, this is another game that has a nice level of polish.
Hmm.
Um, that has the description, everything's there, screenshots. Took his time to do the hub page really well, a nice
Yeah.
icon, and then that carries over into the game as well. So once you actually play the game, everything just feels really nice and
Yeah.
tight and polished.
Yeah, I really like the description. He even said have a spooky day, everyone. I hope that you guys had like a nice Halloween. But either way, it's like it's very Halloweeny purple, and I like looks really like aesthetically pleasing to see your game. So let's play. And I like the name Halloween. I thought it was very creative. Kind of like balloon wing.
Yeah. And I like this type of gameplay as well. So again, it really does the one
Ah!
button challenge well. It's the gameplay is really smart, and
Mhm.
it's one of those games where as soon as you figure out how it works and it clicks, you really get addicted to it, and you really
Yeah, it's so
go
addictive.
far. So it's similar to like Tiny Wings and those kind of games where
Mhm.
as you play, as you actually get good at that game, it's really satisfying. So once you get the like
Yeah.
combo of repetitive uh, actions where you get to the next platform, it just feels really good and satisfying.
It is exciting game. I just wish that the background was more exciting in terms of like visually pleasing kind of thing. Like I wish
Mm.
that there was
Overall, I like the art style. I like that it's simple and not too distracting. And
mm,
I think the background just needs more parallax layers. I think the
mm,
simplicity is nice. It just needs more depth to it. But
yeah,
um, but
mhm,
overall, I like the style and everything. I just didn't get the overall Halloween theme.
mhm,
But it had like elements of it, but just didn't feel it all the
yeah.
way.
I
Um,
see like a couple of spiders, a couple of
yeah,
pumpkins, but
but I mean, it'd be nice to see more of that,
yeah,
especially since it's a Halloween
yeah,
contest.
awesome. Okay, so jumping
Oh, and
pumpkins.
the rating for that one was 97.5.
So Halloween 97.5. So I overall was really good. We really like your game. So, all right, next game, Jumping Pumpkins. This game is very simple but very funny too. Like I thought that the graphics were very funky, like, and it's nice that the description is here too.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this art style,
Hmm.
but I mean, I guess it feels a little bit too messy. Like I get the approach they're going for, but it just feels a little too messy. And then on this screen, you have like pixel art, so it just doesn't match the rest of it. So you have a mix between pixel art and then not pixel art.
Yeah,
But I thought the music was really annoying in this game. I didn't like the music, and the gameplay itself is nice and simple, but I don't like how slow it felt. Like it
mhm.
feels very laggy. It feels very
I can tell you this pumpkin is very funny. Have you ever seen a pumpkin with a knife? I never seen a pumpkin holding a knife before. This is hilarious. But yeah, like one feedback I would say is that the character is too big on the screen. So if the character was like smaller, I think that the game would look more professional. But
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, the comments say his plan was to make it bad. So I don't know why you would want to make a bad game. If you're going through the time and the effort, you should try to make it good. And that's one thing we try to strive for in the hub as well, is try to make everyone it's try to make everyone put the time and effort into something.
Yeah.
If you're going to submit it, if you're going to let people play it, there should be a point to the project. There should be a little bit more. Um, it should be more to it than just trying to make something bad. Like I got jokes in here are fun, but I don't know. I just feel like it's a waste of time if
Yeah.
you're gonna put all this time into something just to purposely make it bad when there's an iPhone on the line. So there's like thousands of dollars of prizes here, and you're just choosing to not do well. And it
Yeah.
had the potential as well. So
Yeah. That's a good point. All right, so our last game from Goatman is called Jackal Hunt. I thought it was very spooky. The storyline was the best for me. Like in terms of all the games, this one has been like the most creative storyline I've seen. Even though the game itself is very simple, I think that the art is very good and the idea is really good. I just didn't understand much like how to play this game.
yeah. So my feedback, I like the overall atmosphere. I think the graphics are nice. I like
Hmm.
the spooky sort of the shadows and the lighting is really cool. I think my concern, your concern, and Hammy's concern was like, what do we do? The joystick controls a flashlight, it looks like, which is very satisfying, by the way. When that clicking of the flashlight when it turns on and off is really nice. But but it's like really hard to control the flashlight. Like it feels like it just goes wherever it feels like.
Yeah,
But
like I'm here trying to press it. So I would say maybe the one button game. It's not really like working. Like
yeah, I mean, it just like I feel like it's not doing what he intended it to do. Like I think this is my idea. I think this is what he tried to do was the joystick controls a flashlight and you shine it on the scene and try to um, find the pumpkin or whatever it is that's hiding there. But it just didn't feel like it worked.
yeah.
There's a big disconnect between the joystick and the
Oops. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I did a lot better than you did. I see like yours is only black, but I mean,
I mean, this is what I'm telling you. I play this
but
game and
um,
I feel like I'm just looking at a black screen.
but overall, I was more fighting the controller than I was.
I'm just
Um,
clicking like on this game. I have to just like click like on my iPad like
well,
like it's
the joystick. Like imagine the joystick is controlling your arm, so you're moving the flashlight around. Like
uh-huh.
that's what you're doing. So don't just tap, like tap and drag it
Move
to
it.
where you want the light to go. It just doesn't go where you want it to go. It's like don't
No,
let
actually, yeah. I remember playing this game and then out of nowhere like a pumpkin would come.
Yeah, so I think I just didn't get overall what you're supposed to do, and I think that's because there's this major disconnect between this flashlight and
Yeah.
how it should move.
But it's
So
supposed to be like this. So when you see the pumpkin, you're supposed to see a pumpkin like this on the game.
yeah,
And just I'm just not able to do it because like for me it's too hard. I don't know.
yeah,
Like
and I mean he's in the chat right now. I'm sure he's super frustrated with you not being able to play his game the way
he
he
said move down. Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna try one more time.
I think this is a good example is when you make a game, you got to remember that people are playing this game that have no idea how things work. So they don't know how
Move
to
down. Oh, I see. I think I'm doing better.
But yeah, so like you got to remember that when people play, we have the same problem with hyperpad where it's like we design a feature and then you guys use it completely differently than what we intended it or how it was intended to be used. So there's this disconnect there. So you got to remember to test. That's what you often say is on these challenges and things like that. Submit your games to the hub early on and get that feedback. So the earlier you submit it, you have time to make changes and get feedback from people. So
Yeah. Oh, I see the public right there. Sorry for interrupting you, Murtaza.
Yeah, no worries. That's basically my point, though. Is just submit your games early, get the feedback, and get that input, and then you can make a better game overall.
Oh, there's a strange way to love the rules and do a full commitment. Wow, this is like very creative. Like I like the story plot, but like I would say that if you would make it a game that was like a little bit easier, then maybe your scores would be higher. But like you didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, for me he lost all the scores on fun, so it wasn't very fun at all. So I think me and Hamid gave it a 0 for fun. Sorry, but it was more frustrating than any of the games. It had potential. Like I can see what he was trying to do. It's just it didn't reach that point.
All right. So with all the games, we came to a conclusion, right?
Yeah. So we have our top 3.
Do we say the third first? Or
yeah, let's go backwards. Let's go with the third. So third place is Halloween by Camdroid.
Yeah, good job.
I think it's a great game. I think it just needs a little bit more tweaking, and it could have been, the top game. But it was a great game. It was fun to play.
So you get third prize, and you get like the iTunes $50 gift card.
Yes, yeah. So the third prize is the gift card. Yeah. And the second place. So second place is the Tap Tap Ghost by Split Mind Gaming.
Woo!
Yeah, so I mean, this game had the top level of polish. It was great. Again, it just wasn't the most fun. It got repetitive really quickly. It would be nice to see something unique and different in this type of game. It looks like, and it shows that he spent a lot of time on the polish and the look of the game, but just not a lot on the innovation side of it.
Yeah, I think that this was second place, like Murtaza said, in terms of like innovation that was lacking there, but the graphics 10 out of 10, the theme was 10 out of 10, the one button game was 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean the music, the graphics, the everything, it felt very good. It wasn't very, it's everything was there. It was just overall really great. It just I didn't want to play it more than once. So there's nothing to really draw me in to keep playing.
Can you guys see me?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, you're just gonna have to something happen to my computer, but.
And the winner is, the first place is Flink Pumpkin. And it's his birthday too, so it's like a perfect thing. So he wins an iPhone. So congratulations. This game, it had everything in my opinion. It was unique. It had a fun gameplay. The graphics were nice. The polish was there. It was just overall a great game. And I could see this being really like addictive and more. If he spends more time on it, I can see this being in the App Store and actually doing pretty well.
Yeah, like definitely get to go when we're all like on board. So you did an amazing job with the graphics, with the story. Like like we're really excited. It's all your growth, guys. Like all the participated on the hyperWeen kind of thing, something that we do like one time a year. So I want you to keep like participants and showing your talents and you.
Yeah, I mean, we want to do more of these contests. We want to give away more prizes. We want to, reward you guys for being part of the hyperPad community. So keep taking part, and this kind of stuff actually motivates us as well. So like I said early on, we only saw like 1 or 2 projects. I was a little bit worried, but by the end, we got a good amount of submissions. So it makes us feel like we should keep doing this kind of stuff. So the more you guys participate, the more we are going to do these kind of things, and then also the bigger the prizes are going to get. So it's not going to stop at an iPhone. It could be bigger. We want to give away huge prizes. Like there are other game jams out there that are giving away thousands and thousands of dollars. We want to do that. It's just we don't feel that there's enough community participation to do that yet. So hopefully we can get to that point.
To let you guys know that it's happening, a lot of people are like oh, hyperactive. Like
So your audio
just like
cutting out.
My audio's cutting out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I see what Thursday. So So Halloween's over. Next thing is Thanksgiving, and so what we're doing to celebrate that is we're going to be putting hyperPad on sale. So up until I think it's Monday, we're going to drop the price. Not this week, next week. We're going to drop the price for hyperPad. So there's going to be a Thanksgiving sale, and just keep an eye out for that. We'll be sending out emails and putting all of our social media and all that sort of stuff. So tell your friends. Other exciting thing, RX Codes. Everyone knows him in the community. He runs a Discord. He's basically one of our major ambassadors. He is amazing, helps everyone, and sort of without him, I don't think hyperPad would be as active. And we've actually brought him onto the hyperPad team. So he's officially our intern and going to be working on hyperPad. So any complaint you have, just let him know and he'll get on it. So so the goal with him is he's had almost 10 years of experience with hyperPad. So or GamePress and then hyperPad. So he's been with us almost since the beginning. So who's better than him to really get down and work on the features that are missing? So his input's gonna be valuable to us. And yeah, I'm really excited to see how hyperPad grows in this next little while with his help. So yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know if I'm missing anything, Clarissa. Did I do anything? Nope, we're good. Okay. So yeah, it was great doing this. Excited to play these games. Hopefully the next game jam is just as big, if not bigger. And yeah, see you guys in the community. Thank you. Bye.